Hello friends, welcome. Today I have a new video for you and I will be working with my own designed digital print. This is the medium-sized vase and I'm working today in my Dylusions art journal, which I really love, and I'm working on a pre-gessoed surface. Yeah, so let's get started, shall we? For starters, I am using these three paints. They are from Dina Wakley and these are the colors Ruby, Chedder and Marine because, well, look, they are just the perfect match. They are just really perfect for this picture. And maybe for some splatters I will use this guy, the gloss spray in white, or you could use any other acrylic paint or even white gesso will also do the trick. The reason why I pre-gessoed this page is because that way the acrylic paint will flow better. And the weather is kind of gloomy today, it's kind of dark, so I hope that there won't be a lot of shadows in the video. First things first, let's get a few brushes. Well, I think that one is enough. And I'm just going to put a little bit of paint on my working mat, my glass mat. Just a little bit of marine. A little bit of cheddar and a little bit of ruby. But I forget something. I need to stick down my image first. I'm just going to be using my art glitter glue for this. All right. Like so. And I'm going to grab a few stencils. Let me see. That one. Maybe that one. I'm just grabbing a few. And maybe that one. Alright, so this is a caramel stencil with dots and circles. This one comes from Dina Wakley. This one is a Tracy Scott stencil. And this one comes from Amazon. So I have all kinds of stencils, which I really like because I like to have a variety of different shapes and things, different kind of stencils to use for my backgrounds in art journaling and other stuff. So I'm just going to take my brush take a little bit of the red and I'm just going to extend the face with the colors. I'm not even sure if I will use the stencils, so let's see what happens. Okay, now I'm going to take a piece of kitchen roll, paper roll, or however you want to call it, because I don't want to dip my brush into the water, because that will make the brush completely wet, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to dry off the paint, or remove the paint as much as I can on a piece of paper towel. Okay, and then we're going to the next color, which is going to be blue. And we could use a little bit more. And be careful not to mix the red and the blue, because that will make an ugly color, because mixing the warms and the cold color together is not a good idea. Okay. Like so, and once again tapping off the excess paint of my brush onto a piece of paper. Okay, now I'm going for the cheddar. And the cheddar is more of a neutral color. I know that these are all kind of old colors from the Dina Wakley paints, but that's okay. I have to use them as well. Still a little bit too much. Do I have another brush? I do. Let's use that one. Much better, because it's clean. Right? And I do notice a big difference when you're using a pre-gessoed surface. When you're painting on a pre-gesso surface, the paint really glides over the paper like butter, which is really cool. Okay, that's that. Now I'm going to set this aside to dry, or you can use a heat tool if you are impatient like me. And then we're going to the next step. Alright, so this kind of looks like a hot mess, right? I know, it does. But we're going to do a little bit more, or a lot more. We're going to add another layer of stenciling, and we're going to add some doodles, of course. And with the stenciling, I'm using this stencil, which is a Dina Wakley stencil. It's quite an old one. So yeah, let's do this. And I am using the Amsterdam acrylic paint for the stenciling part, because I don't have any whites of the Dina Wakley paint. So since Amsterdam is also a heavy body paint, it could be a great match, right? I'm going to add a little bit here. Like so. But I also going to be mixing it with a little bit of cheddar. Just a little bit more. Just a tiny drop. Because if I only use white, then everything will be too white. And this will break up the page a little bit more, which is what I want. Still need a little bit more. Because I can't have a page without any doodle on it. I love to doodle. As most of you people know, doodling is just so addictive and fun and relaxing to do. So I always try to do some doodling on every art journal page that I make. Okay, then I have something like this. And It kind of looks like a hot mess right now, right? I agree. It does look like a hot mess. So I want to do something about the sides of the face, like it really melts in to the page in the background, that it melts together. And I think that I am going to use a little bit more paint, and I'm just going to use my fingers for it because it is more flowy with fingers and less striky, and think that that could be a good option. And I am going to stick with the same colors, which is Chedder, Marine, and Ruby. We only need a little bit, just a tiny drop. And I'm just going to be using my 3 fingers. Make sure that everything is dry. I love to use my fingers. I don't know why, but I really like it. See, it already looks way better than it was before. And we can use a little bit more. Let's not forget about the neck. And a little bit more red. Sometimes I have to watch my fingers just to see where all the right colors are. Okay, I think we're almost done here. Now it's time to grab my tool, my handy dandy circle maker tool. I kind of like that actually. Just add a little bit more paint to the face. And the thing is, the paper that you printed the image on can also be like be worked on. So if you want to add more, you can always add more. Just remember that you can't remove it, right? Always keep that in mind. And this way, when you add paint to your focal image, it will become more personal, if you know what I mean. Because it has more of you into the focal image. And I really like that. And besides, it's just paper, you know. I also have some journal pages that when I think like that, I feel like, what was I thinking? So yeah. Sometimes your plan works and sometimes it doesn't, and that's okay because you learn from it. You learn from your mistakes, and then you know not to do that again. Yeah, I think we're almost done here. I think that this is quite good. So I'm going to say see you in a bit, because I am going to give it a blast with the heating tool, and then I will be right back. Hey, okay, so next is that we're going to add another layer of paint, and I'm starting with the marine. Yes, the marine color. And be sure, once again, that the first layer is 100% completely and utterly dry, because that's super duper important. And next is the red. Let's see. Just a little bit more. Okay. So for all the people who bought my digital prints, thank you all so much. I really love that people are buying them, and that tells me that you like them. So thank you so much for that. And now we're going to use the cheddar. Yes, that really makes me feel good when other people enjoying my designs as well. It means that you guys like them, right? I'm not doing everything, just a few areas. Like so. I think that this is quite alright. And now I want to take another stencil, which will be this one, but first we need to dry it. So I found two other stamps from Caramel which are really cool to use. This one is from who this one is. Let's see. I have no idea. But it is from Caramel, and the background stamp is called Pliage. Okay, and this one is from Birgit Koopsen. And this one calls Textures Printing. So, going to start with this one. And going to take my ink. My ink pad, archival of course, and I'm just going to stamp It's not completely dry and I'm making a hot mess, but that's okay. Okay, like so. And we have more. We could also, is that a possibility? Shall we try that? Why not? Let's go nuts. This is an experiment, people. A true experiment. Okay? Just going to add some paint here. Let's see. No, that doesn't work. Alright, cool. Good to know. Okay, so let me clean that. It's a hot mess here. I'm telling you, it's a real hot mess. Okay, let me use the stars. I like the stars. Okay, I think that this is quite enough. Just a little bit here. Yep, that's enough for now. It gives the page an extra, how you call it? It gives the page just a little bit extra. Let me put it that way. It's a little bit more interesting. Okay, so next is this stencil, or should I use this one? This one is more open. I think that I prefer this one. Okay, and I will be needing white paint. Where's my white paint? Where is it? I just had it. Oh, come on. Oh, it's right here underneath the stencils. This is just Amsterdam standard paint. Just your standard Amsterdam paint, alright? And I'm going to do it the same as the previous, the first layer, stenciled layer. I am going to put some white stenciling on to some random places. And I will add brown, or shall I say cheddar as well. I love to use these very cheap sponges. They are the best. They really are. Let me see how it looks. Yep, I kind of like it. And a little bit of red. That's actually a little bit too much, but that's okay. Okay, that's it. That's it. So I'm going to give it a blast with the healing tool, and then we're going to the next step, which is the doodling part. But first, let's try this one off, and then I will be right back. Alright, so far so good. Next thing is that I made a border with a regular ruler, and I just put it on the side and draw a line, and I'm going to paint it with some black acrylic from Amsterdam, because I don't have black and white acrylic in the Dina Wakely paint. And I'm just going to paint the border black. And like I mentioned before, this paint is really hard to doodle on. So I think that I am going to do a little bit different. Okay, that's side one. And I always do borders, or I usually do borders, because it frames the piece. And I love borders, especially when it's done black, because it really makes the colors pop. Oh, don't go paint my my white, how you call it? It's not a jumper. It's like a vest. It's not a sweater what I'm wearing, but anyway, it really finishes the piece. And I'm going to let it dry again. Yes, I know, it's kind of boring, isn't it, like this? But it's okay, because in the meantime, I'm going to try to work on the face just a little bit more. Let's see if this works. Do we have red? No, but we do have pink. That's also good. It doesn't work. Okay, and that's why if you want to do something on a face, you have to put a little bit of clear gesso, because there's white gesso and there's clear gesso. Okay, so this is the clear gesso, which I prefer to use. Dina Wakley also has a fabulous clear gesso. And it's just that I have lost my Stabilo oil pencil, that I have to use different mediums. No, that's not what I want. And I can remove it if it's too much. Like so. And that's better. Because I don't want it to be too much. Okay. Where is my white pen? Here you are. Just to make the eyes pop up a little bit more. so. And so remember what I said about the gesso. If you want to add things to your digital print, like some doodling or some paint or other things, then you should really consider a layer of transparent clear gesso, because it will make it a lot easier for yourself. Okay, so next, okay, this is not dry yet. No, it's not. Next, what we're going to be doing is the quote. And I really wanted to write the quote with my paint pen, but I don't know if this paint will take it. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to test it out, guys. I'm just going to test it. And now I wonder where my pen's at. Okay, I'm just going to try it. Okay, so I have a lot of quotes already cut out there. Here, however you say it. You guys know that English is not my first language, right? Oh yeah, this is the one that I want to be using. Be the burst of color in someone's darkness. Okay, so I'm just going to give it a try, and hopefully I won't mess everything up. Okay, be the burst of color in someone's darkness, right? Thing that I'm going to be doing now. Okay, this is a little bit tacky. Let's try. Okay, is that I'm going to be coloring the letters so that they become a little bit bigger. And this, the border, will get doodled. So yes, there will be some doodling going on in just a minute. When I finish this one. I do have to say that I prefer the paints from Dylusions. When you're doing things like doodling on top of your page. Oh, come on. don't forget this little word, in. And if I'm not mistaken, I can wipe it off. Yes. As long as it's not dry. You can wipe it. You see? Okay, and so in. That's better. That's not good. Okay. Okay. Alright, next is the doodling part. So I am just going to eyeball the white line here. It doesn't need to be perfect, it really doesn't. But I do need a white line. like so. And this looks cool. This looks quite alright, but I want to add something here. And I am just doing the corners, all 4 corners, like I just did. And now it's time to be doing some zigzagging. Like so. You could do this also with any other color that you prefer. I prefer to be using white, because that really stands out. And we're going to repeat this pattern on all the sides of the page. Okay, so I'm going to turn my book so that you can keep seeing it. And I'm going down, up, down, up. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And in the meantime, the lettering, the quote can dry when I'm doing this, so that's kind of nice. And when I'm done here, we're going to finish the quote with some other stuff, and then we can finish this page. Okay. And the funny part is that you could also doodle the doodle, but I'm not going to be doing that. Okay, I'm going to keep it like so. Let me put the camera a little bit of the book a little bit closer to the camera so you can see it. Okay. That's how I'm doing the border with that pattern. Now just check patterns on Pinterest, or just search for it, and the internet will show you lots and lots of cool doodling patterns, which all of you can copy and use in your own projects, which is lots of fun to be doing. Okay. And last one. All right. Sometimes when you're working on a page, you're thinking like, oh my goodness, what did I do? I was having that moment halfway this page, but now I'm like, oh, okay, I'm liking it. I like my page, how it turned out. All right. Now it's time to do the lettering, and then this page is done. Okay. Shall we add a little bit of yellow? Or not? What you guys reckon? Alright, so this is the completed art journal page for today. I hope that you liked this video. If so, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you at the next one, everybody. Stay safe and happy crafting. Bye bye.